Hello, SportsApolo here, and today we're bringing you a comparison video between the Warrior Skreamers and the Mercurial Vapour 8 Juniors. Okay, so these are the combat, they're the first takedown model, and these are the Mercurial Vapour 8 Juniors, they are the combat model. So we'll just take a look at these boots, weigh them in, put them on my feet, tell you which one is comfortable, rate them both out of 10, and then I'll leave it to my final thoughts. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is the materials in these boots and what they're marketed as. This one is marketed as a speed boot. This market is a touch control, like it's one of these kind of boots that's like the lethal zones or the CTRs maybe. They're kind of marketed as striking boots, touch boots, everything, speed boots, a bit lightweight and everything like that. So this comparison should be interesting. So the first thing you're going to notice, this is a wave planer boot. This is very graphic and everything like that. So you just, on this boot, you just got one Nike swoosh there in your retro orange colour. You got, the whole boot is in this bright turquoise colour. You got one big swoosh in there in your bright turquoise, in your retro orange colour. Your studs are in this red colour. You got this carbon fibre strip running down there. It's just TPU injected studs. We'll talk about those a bit later, but I'm just running through the colourway right now. And you got these four little things here. You got this flash arm and blue, dark blue, retro orange and flash pink colours there. This boot you got loads of colours in this boot. Well, there's only three. It's called the marigold colourway, but you also have this blue underlay that's go through everything else under this boot, and everything else is just add-ons. So the bright blue is just under everything. You got this he's got this kind of a spider webby thingy, I don't know what else to call it. It runs throughout the whole boot, up there and around the Warrior logo there in your marigold colour. Your laces are in the marigold colour. Your tongue is in this kind of a blue colour. Your inside of the boot is in that marigold colour, and the inside of this boot is in the retro orange colour. I forgot to mention that. And the insoles are both in their marigold and retro orange colours. So that's it for the colour differences, and now we just move on to the materials. Okay, so you can see this is a Teijin synthetic leather, with this kind of a leather grain finish to it, if you can see that if I zoom in close. And you got your TPU, and I'll talk about that later actually, because I'll just do them both at the same time. That material, so you've got your one single layer synthetic, Teijin synthetic throughout the whole boot, and your pad is just your standard pad, no suede or anything there. Your standard pad, this suede sole inside there, and you have this kind of just a little mesh liner inside there. So and then on this boot you have this single layer synthetic. It's kind of very super thin. It weighs barely anything, this boot really. You can see how thin it is there when on the inside there. It'll be interesting to see which one weighs more. So this is made out of this just your leather synthetic, but it's kind of overlaid with all these add-ons, so it's not really synthetic leather. Because if it was a real synthetic leather with no add-ons, it'd be way softer. Like you can see up here that it's kind of soft, but down here with all these add-ons and the spiderweb finish and the pads here, it's less kind of soft. And then this one, I'll do this at the same time now, and you get a better idea how soft this boot really is. And then this one, you can see that I have to use quite a lot of force to push that one down, whereas this one I just touch it and then it just smushes under my finger. I'll do it at the same time now. I'm doing the exact same thing, and you see that this boot rises way higher than this boot. I'll just give you a look at the sides there. If you can see that there. Sorry, that wouldn't be fair. I'll just get the left boot in there so you can just, they're both the same there. You just see the shape differences. This one kind of goes up, down, This one kind of just goes up, down a small bit, up a small bit, down a small bit, and it just stays even. But this one goes, it's kind of nearly like a mountain range, but anyways, well, now I'll weigh these boots in. I'll get the Warrior Skreamers on the scale first, and you can see that they weigh in at exactly 7 ounces there. They're exactly on the 7 ounce mark, and I'll just let this set back to 0, and I'll pop the Mercurial Vapour in 9/8 on the scale. Sorry, just bear in mind that these are both size 5. So this one weighs in at 6.5, which is 0.5 of an ounce lighter, so half an ounce lighter, which surprised me a bit because this one actually feels lighter in hand. And so I say I'll just do a quick on feet now so you can get a better look of how they look on your feet. You can see that the Mercurial Vapour 8s have much a wider fit because you can see that they kind of spread out a lot there, if you can see that there. And these, like, they're so close together, they're such a wide fitting boot, so that's why the laces are pulled so tightly around my foot. You see that these ones, so in truth I have a very narrow foot, so these are extremely narrow through the midfoot, if you can see that there. And these ones aren't really. I'll just do a quick 360 of the both of them so you'll get a better look how they both look on your feet. This is the Mercurial Vapour 8, so I'm going to do the 360 on first. Okay, and now I'll do the Warrior Skreamer 360. And the little cutouts in the heel there. So both of these boots are quite comfortable, but by a mile I'd say these ones, Mercurial Vapour 8s, they're just super soft. These are very kind of stiff, and I'll just flex these both. You can see that the material kind of just crumples up there, and it just gathers into one big lump there in the Warrior Skreamers, if you see what I mean. Like, it spreads out in this boot, so it's more comfortable, but then you feel it really sticking into your foot on the Warrior Skreamers when you do that. Just get a view from the side on this, and then I get a view from the side on that one. Okay, so now we'll go back inside, and I'll just leave it to my final thoughts. Okay, so I'm happy with both of these boots. This one is nearly brand new. I got it maybe 2 or 3 days ago. This one is like 7 months old, but it's so nice. It's not gone to the stage where it's like jelly when you touch it, but it's still nice and soft, and you get that provide that barefoot feel. Whereas this one is nearly different, totally on the upper. You get this kind of a cushion feel when you hit the ball, and it's kind of, you get more grip. So I'm going to give both of these boots rating out of 10. Okay, I'll start with the Warrior Skreamers. I'll give these ones a 7 out of 10 because the only thing that let me down is the studs, and they're too thick. And I'll give this one an 8.5, an 8, because the only thing, the studs are too short. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and all that stuff, and leave comments down below.